Businesses run into something called as Frankenstack. What exactly is Frankenstack? So, hi Namratha, this Frankenstack issue, what are the common ones that you have seen until now? Hi guys, welcome back to Time Out Zentegra. Today we are talking about a problem many growing businesses don't notice at the first, but until their systems start creating confusions instead of the clarity. So you may have your CRM in one place, maybe billing in another platform, marketing data somewhere else, accounting in a separate platform, and don't even start with the customer support. It'll be running on a completely different tool itself. So at first everything feels manageable, but over time these tools stop working together instead of working smoothly, and that's when businesses run into something called as Frankenstack. So hi Namratha, how are you?
I'm great, Jerry. How are you?
I'm doing great. So let's get started.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Frankenstack is one of those problems that sounds funny, but for growing business, it can become a serious operational challenge.
Very true. I mean, let's start there itself. For someone hearing this term for the first time, what exactly is Frankenstack?
Frankenstack is basically a software setup made up of multiple disconnected tools that we added at a different stages of business growth.
Okay.
For example, a company may start with one tool for lead management, then add another for email marketing, another for payment collection, another for accounting, another for support, and maybe another for reporting. Individually, each tool may be good, but when they don't communicate properly, the business start depending on manual work, spreadsheets, repeated data entry, and guesswork.
Guessworks, okay. So the issue is not that the company uses multiple tools. The issue is basically those tools are not connected in a meaningful way, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like businesses don't intentionally build a Frankenstack. It happens gradually. One department chooses a tool because they need something quickly. Another department chooses something else. Later, the company realizes sales, finance, marketing, and operations are all looking at a different versions of truth.
Different versions. Okay, that's if I'm not wrong, it's a pretty common situation itself. Marketing might say that we generate. Maybe a strong pipeline, and the sales will have a different perspective where those leads are not converting. Finance will be a whole different thing where we haven't received the revenue itself. But at last, when the leadership starts asking questions, they are not sure which number should they trust. Right?
That's one of the biggest problem. Like Frankenstack creates a data confusion. When systems are disconnected, the same customer may exit in different platform with different details. One system may show a deal has closed, another may show the invoices has unpaid, another may not even have the customer record updated.
And that basically affects the decision making itself in overall.
Absolutely. Like if leadership cannot trust the data, they cannot confidently decide where to invest, which campaign is working, which customer segment is profitable, or where revenue is actually coming from.
So that makes sense. So let's also talk about the real case issues that businesses face because of this Frankenstack issue. What are the common ones that you have seen until now?
Now, like one common issue is the spreadsheet shuffle. Like teams export data from different platforms, manually combine it in Excel or Google Sheets, and try to match records using customer names, invoice numbers, or email IDs. It may work for a small volume of data, but as the business grow, it becomes risky. One wrong copy paste, one missing column, or one duplicate record can affect the entire.
The whole thing will go down. And if I'm not wrong, it wastes a lot of time also there.
Yes, like we have seen teams spend hours every week just preparing reports that should have been available automatically. Instead of analyzing the data, they're cleaning it.
It's a very important point that you told. So the team is not using time for decision making there. They are using time just to make the data usable.
Correct. Like another issue is poor customer experience. Imagine our customer speaks to sales, then support, then finance, but every department has different information. The customer has to repeat the same story again and again. That happens when CRM, billing, support, and operations are not connected.
Okay, so the customer there, if you see, they start feeling that the company itself doesn't know what's happening because there's no communication between the departments.
Like absolutely, and that can damage trust. A disconnected system doesn't just affect internal work; it affects the customer experience directly.
Okay, so then what about the financial visibility itself?
That's one major issue. Like many companies struggle to connect marketing spend with actual revenue. For example, marketing may know how much was spent on ads and how many leads came in, but finance may not know which one of those leads actually became paying customer. Without proper integration, it becomes difficult to calculate the true customer acquisition cost, campaign ROI, lifetime value, or profitability.
Okay, so basically the business may continue spending on campaigns without even knowing which ones are actually bringing the real revenue for them.
Yes, that's why a Frankenstack can quietly affect profitability.
Okay, and I also think that about issues in the team dependency, only one or two people may know how to manually combine everything. So
yes, that becomes a business risk. If the process depends on one person's memory or spreadsheet method, then the business is not scalable. When that person is unavailable, reporting slows down, follow-ups get missed, and leadership loses visibility.
Okay, so basically to summarize, a Frankenstack creates the data confusion and manual work, reporting delays, and customer experience issues, revenue tracking gaps, dependency on people. So instead of a system itself there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the key thing to understand is that the solution is not always to replace every tool.
Okay, that's interesting. So it's important because many business may think, do we need to throw everything away and start from a scratch?
Not necessarily. In many cases, the tools are fine. The problem is the lack of connection between them.
Okay.
The right approach is to first understand how the business works. How does a lead enter the system? How does it become a deal? How is the invoice created? How is payment tracked? How does support get involved?
Okay.
How does leadership view performance? Once we map that journey, we can identify where the system are breaking.
So basically, before fixing the technology, we should understand the process itself.
Absolutely. If the process is unclear, even the best integration will not solve the problem. We need to define the flow, clean the data, connect the right system, and create one reliable source of truth.
So what does that look like in practice?
It can include CRM and accounting integration, payment gateway sync, automate invoice creation, lead to customer tracking, campaign performance reporting, customer support integration, and centralized dashboards. For example, when a deal is marked as a closed in the CRM, the billing system can automatically generate the invoice. When the payment is received, the status can update back in the CRM. Marketing can then see which campaign actually resulted in revenue, not just leads.
Okay, so it basically changes the whole entire business conversation itself.
Yes, it does. Instead of asking where is the data, team can ask what does the data tell us.
Makes sense.
That's the shift business need.
Okay, so that brings us to how Zentegra can help in this situation.
Yes, at Zentegra we help business identify and fix these disconnected software challenges. Our team look at your current platforms, your workflow, your reporting needs, and the gaps between departments. We don't start by forcing a tool. We start by understanding the business
itself.
Then we help map the process, clean up the data flow, integrate the right application, automate repetitive workflow, and create dashboard and give leadership clear visibility
there. Okay. So whether a company is using tools like Soho, HubSpot, Salesforce, QuickBooks, Stripe, or any marketing platforms or any other support systems also, even if it is a custom application that you're using, Zentegra can help to bring those systems together. Right?
Yes, exactly. The goal is simple: reduce manual work, improve data accuracy, create better reporting, and help team work from one connected source of truth.
It is a really good time to start that because growing businesses should not be stuck fighting the spreadsheets or duplicate records, and also the disconnected platforms.
Yeah, your system should support growth, not slow
Slow
it
it
down.
down. Okay, it's a well said then. So if your business is dealing with mismatched reports or manual data entry, disconnected teams, or even if it is unclear revenue visibility, you may be facing a Frankenstack problem. So, and the good news is you don't have to rebuild everything from zero. You just need the right strategy, the right integrations, and the right partner. So that's where Zentegra, we help businesses connect their tools, automate workflows, and build a single source of truth for a better decision making. So check the description below to connect with our team and how Zentegra can help simplify your business system. Don't forget to subscribe, share the
this
video
video.
with someone actually is having the problem with the software chaos.
Yeah.
And comment below if you have ever experienced this kind of spreadsheet shuffle. I am pretty sure you would have. So thanks a
for
lot.
watching.
Thanks a lot,
Okay.
Namratha. So thanks for watching, people. See you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.